MLBB. Yeah.
I love that reference. That's culture right there.
Thank you.
But yes, coming into the drafting phase here of game number 1 between the Yellow Porcupines and the White Tigers, with Martis being such a hot pick, the question is, will we finally see a Paquito, right? Because the Paquito-Martis combo that we've seen is gross. It's nasty. It's yuck.
It's yuck. Actually, I have to correct myself. I believe there is also a Paquito game on the side of Taz earlier. I will have to double check, but it seems like the heroes that he has played have been the Martis and Paquito. And other than the fact that we've seen ONIC ban out the Uranus earlier up against AP Bren, one of the reasons also potentially is the fact that in the 2 games EVOS Legends played, they only played the Uranus also. So I think they're trying to fish out what else EVOS Legends has in the bag.
Well, let's see here. What will be the bans be? You're right. Paquito wasn't... Yeah, it was banned 3 games going up against AP Bren. So this time, will EVOS Legends copy it? But no. It was this time, it's ONIC who bans the Paquito. So what they are saying is, what a train left open here. Joy, Valentina banned out.
Fanny. Just all the assassins.
Fanny first pick.
Angela.
Angela is a possibility, but I'm not convinced with Fanny first pick though.
Yeah, I could see why. Even though it is an incredibly dependable pick for ONIC, you know Kyrie will pop off, so that's why they still do pick it.
I knew it. They're gonna do it.
Why would we doubt them any other way?
My God.
Come on, it's Kyrie's fan.
Yeah, and EVOS here will probably pick up Kaja. Yeah, since the Valentine is off the board, they will go Kaja, and there's a chance for them to go for Rammus or even pick the Claude early if they don't want to give that to Albert.
I have not Claude. Perhaps a hero, a marksman that is good going up against Fanny is Brody. But picking it up here isn't wise. So they go for the Grok pick. A hero that is also very independent, very hard to catch. And the Joy, of course.
And a huge flex for both of these heroes. Grok, Jungler, Roam, EXP, Joy EXP, Jungle. If you want to go crazy, Joy Mid.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that layer of flexibility just yet, but it definitely is an option for these teams to take. However, ONIC, they're going to go and respond with the Faramus.
Yeah, and then that's why I thought EVOS would pick that up, because it would be a great pickup here for ONIC. So, yeah, Faramus is going to end up with them. Mid laner, most likely. The Roamer is going to be something that I think at the back end of ONIC's head, they're already thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be a Grok Roam. So just in case, they might just end up picking this, a Franco, a great suppressibility, but the Kaja is still available. So if the Kaja gets picked up, it will most likely be an XP lane Grok.
Okay, Kaja or Leslie though? Is Leslie too vulnerable going up against Fanny?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Late game though, late game wise, if EVOS Legends is able to hold off the pressure, perhaps this Leslie, we saw what damage can Leslie do to a member.
I understand, but is it Brand's style, right? Claude is usually something that he'd pick up, but like you mentioned, Brody feels more like Brand's.
Yeah. It is a much safer option there. Just a quick stun into the Fanny to help out. Feel like that plays into what ONIC wants. You see here the members of ONIC, lighthearted vibes going around. See their smiles and laughs being shared between Albert and Coach Yeb. Going to the second phase here, seems like they're going to be taking out the XP laners now.
XP or Marksman, right?
And
here.
Marksman too.
Marksman is a huge possibility, knowing perhaps Albert. I don't know, but I feel like he has a shallow hero pool in that gold lane.
Ooh, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. We haven't seen him play gold lane for so long. He's been doing that on streams. Yeah, but competitively, it's a different beast.
Carrie's going to be the target here for EVOS Legends. So once again, trying to, I would say, exactly like you mentioned, find that loophole that ONIC has with Albert stepping into the gold lane. That does leave a few options. If they pick up something like the Claude, would it be too risky against the Joy and the Grok?
Yeah, for me, definitely. They're going to need something with a little bit more control. If it is going to be they're gonna need to put the Purify up on that Claude if that is gonna be a Claude going in, because you're not only gonna be watching out for the Joy and the Grog, you're gonna be watching out for the Brody. Because I wouldn't be surprised if brands wouldn't hesitate to, instead of you trying to save the stun onto the Fanny, he uses it for the Claude trying to come in.
So what's the option?
Is Harith playable? But no, it seems like Claude will be the final ban here.
Yeah, it will be Beatrix though, because they are lacking that wave clear, and they will need that good high ground wave clearer. So Beatrix is the most likely option for ONIC for their marksman. And then for their XP laner later on, still a lot of possibilities, honestly, that they can go for.
Okay, Hilda here, banned out. So, again, makes sense. You have a Fanny on the board. You will try to eliminate heroes that might invade your jungle.
Yeah.
Harass your jungle.
They want to protect the Fanny
They
as
really
much
want
as
it.
they can.
Of course.
Because we've seen moments where Kyrie, Fanny, instant pressure from that early game from heroes like what? Like Hilda. That really prevents him from the farm and takes away the kill pressure that the Fanny has in that early game.
Yeah. If I'm ONIC here, I'd want to see them consider a Terizla pickup. Ooh, Ruby. Oh, wow. They're really just drafting heroes.
Harith or Isla?
Harith, Terizla.
Uranus banned? Oh, yeah.
Harith
Uranus
goes in,
banned
yeah.
now.
I think it's a Terizla Beatrix.
Terizla Beatrix,
Yeah,
okay.
they need that wave clear. Terizla.
Ooh.
Bea. Come on. Terizla just makes a lot of sense. You need someone who can just clear the wave fast, at the same time be able to soak up some damage, and the executability that comes out from the Terizla.
What about Bane?
Bane Gold?
Oh!
bad?
Yeah, oh! I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad at a Bane gold lane.
Hmm.
Actually, looking at it, if they don't pick it up, I think EVOS might even consider a Bane jungle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
A Bane jungle, XP lane, Grok, and then a Roam Ruby, making it a mid Joy.
Back in Harith.
Oh, hey, you called Harris,
Oh,
dude. Nice one,
man.
Gandhi.
It's a good high ground, great high ground, and it goes well going knowing that the engage a potential from side of EVOS. Harith just makes sense. They need
Alright.
magic burst as well.
Yeah, oh, that is definitely true. The Faramis was lacking in magic damage, so crazy. After so long, we're going to see Albert back in the gold lane, this time as a Harith, and because of that, EVOS Icon, again, very reactive
Wow.
with their pick. They go with an Akai. There's a lot of reactiveness to this lineup of EVOS Icon, though. The ONIC lineup just looks way more well-rounded.
And with that, let's throw it to the casters.
Catch! Great draft here from both ONIC and EVOS Legends. I can say that we're going to see a lot of fights. That's a expectation I have.
Oh, of course they are going to have a lot of fights. I mean, in the draft alone, we could see, I mean, there were opportunities to go for single lockdown, going for those traditional pick-off compositions, but I like the way they actually played it, you know, in the first and second phase.
I concur. It's Gideon and Leo bringing you game number 1 in this best of 3, our final matchup for the night. And if I may, I think I called this down the line. I was very sure with conviction, but I might have had second thoughts. We might go 3.
It might go 3. Honestly, there's a very good chance here. I mean, ONIC, even from the previous games that we've seen them, has been a little ups and downs. And even with EVOS Legends, right, everybody has been doubting them. This might be the place that they're actually going to get some real points against ONIC.
Especially since they picked up the Akai. Dreams has an Akai in his hands. And with that, alongside Fluffy's Grok, it's confirmed. We actually know what the lay of the land is for EVOS Legends. That's a little, way too much CC for me. I think Kyrie, despite him having his specialty Fanny in his hands, might not be as easy.
I think it's a little more volatile. There's a lot of displacement from both, especially from EVOS Legends and Kyrie. He's got to be very aware of when he goes into fights and, more importantly, the angle of which he goes into those fights.
Yep, it's the counter start for both of our junglers here. Taz with the perp and Kyrie on his orange. So it's clear what the rotation is going to be for Kyrie. But I'm wondering where Taz is going with this. If he's going to go super fast, or if anyone's going to try to contest for this Little Wanderer, though. As you can see, it's Hijime first on the scene, and a little bit of a leashing action here for EVOS Legends.
Let's see whether or not it's going to actually pay some kind of dividend in this game. I mean, they're already getting the pull. Ooh, Hijime getting pulled back by Sands, but unfortunately not falling into the Iron Hook. In the meantime, Dreams is going to get some free hits onto his Keyboard side, and I think people need to start respecting this Ruby.
Can we just address the elephant in the room?
Please,
Can I just
please
say,
do.
the sickle-wielding elephant in the room. That is a mid-lane Ruby.
We thought it was going to be Joy for a couple of seconds there. I'm not going to lie. Even I was convinced that it was going to be. But especially with the lineup that EVOS Legends has right now, they can actually... This is one of the few compositions they can actually stretch out fights.
Yeah, it didn't register in my brain. I was just like, all right, how are we going to stop the Fanny? Oh, wait, there's one more hero we didn't mention. It took me a minute and a half to do so. Hijume on this Ruby. Oh, wow. Taz here welcoming Kairi with open arms. That's not a safe place for you to be. That Y-Bush dangerous this early on. Again, I'm a big fan of that Akai. There's so much deceptive damage on an Akai that you put stacks on people and whack them away early on. It's weird. It's a right-clicking tank.
Yep, it hurts. It really does. And more importantly, down by bot side, if Sans
no.
doesn't hit 4 soon, he's not going to be able to participate in this upcoming turtle fight. Not that Kyrie wants to really participate in the first place, especially since when he can go for more, out-farm his opponent, really just hold them hostage here.
Man, look at the XP gain on EVOS Legends. They're all ready to go, all level 4. And look at the position Dreams has put himself in. They're just waiting for Taz here. But look at the time that they're buying. Wait, heavy spin?
Yep, it's going to land onto Boots. Keyboy is able to save him and pull Dreams away to allow Boots to get out and walk away. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, though. Nobody is taking this turtle on a purpose. Both sides understand this is a minor objective to their comp.
Is that not a message already? The fact that they committed so many ults for nothing? Like, they understand that, hey, there's no damage here, but...
we got to sell it.
Y'all wanna put on a show, hell yeah. And then they just pinned one to no penalty, no consequence. And right now, Kyrie spots Taz 1v1!
Yep, it's some good damage here, Taz. It's on cooldown. He gets hit by the Retribution, and first blood goes over for ONIC Kyrie. Good timing. A little unlucky for Taz.
And a little unlucky for the rest of EVOS Legends. The fact that they bought so much time, and now it's gonna lead to nothing? It's all for naught. You put on a show, but eventually it's the opponents. It's ONIC who's going to enjoy themselves. Look at this. Boots with the pull, and there's another one, Keyboy!
He hits it onto Fluffy so far, but no capitalization just yet. As Hijume is able to push out that mid lane. Sans is going to be a little bit late to the party, but it doesn't matter. The flicker from Dreams and the heavy spin comes on through, but no connection against the wall. Even the electrifying beats has been utilized by Taz, and now Fluffy looks at the opportunity. It doesn't matter. They go in. Kyrie, he's getting some good damage onto Dreams' side, but unless he has that cutthroat ready to go, he's not going to be able to do much. Finishes this off. 50-50 falls into the hands of Kyrie. Turtle slain.
There's a little bit of some skewed stats there. It was less than 50-50 for EVOS Legends, given there were like 3 big boys from ONIC just standing there, helping Kyrie, making sure that he gets it, despite Fluffy putting up a great Guardian's barrier. But there is no getting in between Kyrie and his target, especially with the way that he started the game. Again, a 1v1 kill onto Taz. And here you can see that Taz, he was a little gun shy. You saw how he was putting space between him and the rest of the fight. He's like, yeah, man, that kind of stopped my snowball. That kind of stopped my ramp towards the mid game. Looking at what they've built so far, at least he has this genius wand, right? And interestingly enough, he has been farming up really well, and now they catch one.
Yep, the Bloody Hunt is good enough, and the damage from Kyrie is just going to accelerate this game for people like Albert, who's having the time of his life, to be fair. He is up EXP on brands right now.
All right. Also, this is just registered on me. This is Albert on a Harith. It's going to come in clutch, his assassin instincts, his jungle muscle memory, because he knows how much to commit. And here it's a much safer atmosphere. It's so much easier when they're just thinking of one opponent instead of like the 4 or 5. And here we go, Kyrie again, pushing out Taz out of jungling range. This is so good for ONIC. This is what we call a massive 800. 1K gold lead. This is good. And now another fight breaks out.
The I'm Offended is good as it sets up perfectly for Dreams to land on top of Sans with a heavy spin with the electrifying beats. Taz is able to finish the job, but Kyrie hasn't had enough just yet. Hijume slows him down as Dreams is finally able to disengage.
That's a moderately slow Fanny. You saw what that would look like, right? So there wasn't much damage there. But it looked like ONIC understood. That's not a fight they wanted to take. And the fact that it was Sans on the Faramis, he respawned relatively quickly, allows for them to at least go for this turtle still. Second turtle of the game, again, everything is following in order. Everything is following this tempo. It's a slower paced match.
Yeah, and it's a little frustrating because, again, these are two assassin-style junglers. You want to be able to get that first kill and then really ramp up the tempo. Oh, wild charge from Fluffy just to try and make something happen here. Retribution from Kyrie secures his own buff, but in the meantime, this means that EVOS Legends guarantee the secure on the turtle. Conceal coming up from ONIC's side. Keyboy's looking for the opportunity. Good penalty zone coming in from Boots as the rest of the team start collapsing down. Dreams disengages. The call all trying to keep them alive, but he can't get close enough as Boots falls. Taz gets out of there, and now Dreams the next to fall to Kyrie's side as Brand's getting free hit after free hit. He just doesn't have enough damage. Keyboy, good attempt, does not connect the Iron Hook flicker.
One apiece, a kill, a turtle, a flicker. Everybody spent something and got one in return. This gives EVOS Legends a small lead, very small lead. And there you go, right before our eyes, we lost it. Quick item update. Here's what's interesting, right? EVOS Legends, they're struggling. Right now, Taz does get a kill!
Oh, the Electrify Beats is doing a lot more damage than Albert was hoping for. Defended, has been utilized. Keyboy's doing too much damage, and Taz once again going to take that kill away from Brands for now. Sans in the middle of it is Fluffy with his gold lead dealing significant damage to the mid laner of ONIC, as now the top tier one has also fallen.
All right, struggle is a relative term. All right, we can all struggle in different ways, but EVOS Legends understood the dynamics as they transitioned into the mid game. 7.5 minutes. They got a bottom lane tier 1, a top lane tier 1, and are leading in kills, and as well, sitting on a comfortable 1,500 gold lead, and now they're going to start invading. Kyrie is going to have to work on getting even his own orange buff, and what's next, get in? His purple?
Yep, I think it's going to eventually come to that point. The electrifying beats from Taz, he's going to be able to take this buff, and Kyrie, he doesn't care. It's like, okay, take it. If you really want it, you can have it as long as I have my purple.
Oh, but wait. I wonder if this is going to be an easy take as well.
Oh, okay, I'm offended. Retribution coming out from Kyrie, again, forcing it out. At the very least, with these timers, EVOS Legends know this next neutral objective is ours.
Yep, that's a Lord coming in 10. And with that, we're waiting just the same. I'm wondering if Sans has enough stats to go for it. Well, charge up!
Dreams disengaging. Able to get the heavy spin out of there, and now the conceal play. ONIC, this is the green light for them, trying to bait something out from Hujime, who does not bite it just yet. Taz gonna power farm in the meantime. He's a level ahead of Kyrie, which is a good sign for this upcoming Lord fight. Ooh. He's gonna have his retribution just in time, and this is gonna be big for either team.
Yep, they're looking to pull it out, put it in a great space for them to capitalize. Again, a lot of isolation from EVOS Legends, and it's like,
oh wait! A 3-man, I'm offended! The Salmon Forces popped as well as the call Altar just to deny the initial engage. They find Hijime once again, but Brands gets a return with the torn apart memories on to Boots. What an attempt from EVOS Legends!
Mid for XP, that's what I was saying. Yes, there is great initiation, CC, and isolation, but when it comes down to damage, I don't think EVOS Legends was ready, and not at that just junction in the road, not at 9 minutes, and not in that little area. So I'm guessing Hijime, he's gonna start limit checking. From here on, he's gonna try to find better I'm offended, but if you get a 3-man I'm offended, I think that's a jackpot.
It really is the jackpot. It's just really unfortunate that the one person you need to be in that fight was Fluffy, right? He wasn't there at all to really go in for that big wild charge and then secure those kills. But for now, EVOS Legends, they might want to rinse and repeat again. Hijime might make this an attempt once more. He can hop over the wall, he gets hit by the Iron Hook, but we don't see any commitment whatsoever from ONIC. Taz, he's going in, he sees Saz, goes with the Electrifying, he's forcing out the call Altar, and this is a great situation for EVOS Legends to be in.
Definitely a great call. Gonna be quite a while until the CA comes off of SA and Z. The Lord is now at a quarter of, it's a half now, with Boots right in the middle. Let's see.
Kyrie, he's about 3 seconds away. The penalty zone gets canceled out. Boots goes for it once again, trying to get on top of Brands in the meantime. Good damage, but now the 50-50 will occur. It goes over to Taz. The backline is safe. Boots is down, and Kyrie now wreaking havoc in the enemy lines. EVOS Legends will lose out Taz in the process.
Delta split. EVOS Legends calls for a retreat, but wait, the fight continues!
Well, the Blade Hunt's already through. Taz can only do so much damage. It's Ghost Bursters is enough, but Keyboy, he's left to dry out here. And with the Lord already walking its way down to the tier 2s, can Kyrie return fire? Unstoppable as he takes down Dreams.
He provides the answer as we ask. And right now, it looks like Albert is in trouble. Two chunky boys getting him!
Oh my goodness, Albert is so smart, just
Whoa!
utilizing, forcing Fluffy to flicker off the wall into the wild charge. Good chrono dashes to buy that extra bit of time.
That looked like a buddy cop film. Hijume and Fluffy just trying to take down this unsupervised young man. But now, wait. Oh no, grab the purple right in his face!
Oh my
Kyrie gets
goodness.
away!
No, after losing his orange as well, this is some sweet retribution, but in the meantime, this Lord-empowered wave isn't really going to do too much. This mid-tier 1 will fall, but top side is getting stalled. Bottom side is getting stalled.
Fluffy and Hijume, cops on duty, gotta catch Kyrie. He's the true criminal. He is the one. He is the fiend who stole Taz's purple. He can't get away with this. Looking at the gold lead that EVOS Legends has, it's actually shrunk down to 1,000, which was playing around twice or thrice that much earlier. Given that, their item builds, whoa. Taz, Bloodwings?
Oh yeah.
This early?
He does not want to die. He does not want to die. He wants damage and he wants a little bit more, a little bit extra. Some people would say, oh, concentrated energy, you know? Once it's fully stacked up, it's basically a holy crystal. But no. Let's double it even more. Let's get even bigger rewards.
That's amazing. I'm thinking about it. It's like, I want to go to the office more. Buy a Lambo. Oh, wait!
It looks like, so close, just slipping through their grasp
Close.
dreams. Almost finding the angle against the wall, but now Kyrie is looking for an opportunity, trying to bait out any spells from the side of EVOS Legends, and Boots, once again, flickers in with the penalty zone. Sans can only walk up forward, trying to get as close as possible. Cole Alter comes off in time. Salmon Fuss from Albert. He can find the 1v1. Boots is down, but no, Hijume pulls him back. Press finally falling to Kyrie, and the backline is decimated. Dreams, the next to fall, and Albert can only hold on for so long as Sans tries to help. A triple kill from Kyrie's side. Hijume and Fluffy can only pray as Kyrie is coming in. Keyboy gonna take the execute though.
Huge win for ONIC. You can expect that this gold lead will just balloon up. So I'd say a maximum of about 2,000 in the next minute or two. And right now, they want to capitalize. Not only going to take this Lord, but they're going to turn the map blue, folks. They're going to try to work on this advantage and make sure that EVOS Legends remembers what happened in that little fight that started in the river. Kyrie picks up a Blade of Despair. Kyrie has been farming out of his mind. That's why I'm so impressed by the Bloodwings on Taz, because you see what your lane mate is doing, or at least your opponent on the side is doing. Bloodwings. So this is scary to think about, man. Oh,
I mean, he's trying his best, right? He's trying to find the most cost-efficient item that's going to get him more results than it is him trying to be greedy. And I think this is the kind of the best balance of both worlds. For now, I think that especially for EVOS Legends, they got a posture for it. Boots, he's going to start the leash on that Lord, pull it towards their side. Notice that Fluffy, he's already got that push. Conceal comes on through, Keyboy finds it, lands right on top of Hijume, get rid of the problem, but Dreams is able to disengage him. Even Kyrie having a bit of problems as Taz chunks him down with the electrifying beats.
and with that, Taz just takes his time sitting in the Y bush. Boots here going to continue the pull. They're going to try to bait out EVOS Legends, try to give him false hope. Maybe you can contest. Maybe this 1,300 gold lead ain't so big after all. Still a lot of key ults up for ONIC. Even EVOS Legends, they still have that wild charge. And I'm offended, but it looks like, oh, winds have changed. I don't think either team want the Lord as bad.
Yeah, I think you can notice that both sides kind of suspect something, right? The missing laners here. Where is Brands? Fluffy shows up on the top side once again. EVOS Legends, they're not entirely sure where Kyrie is anymore. They probably know he's on that purple buff, but other than that, no. It's a fight that they want, not the Lord.
Working on the long lane. This is key to a successful Lord dance. You can't turn up the music if you haven't done your homework, and this is their homework, your due diligence, making sure that even if he knows Fluffy is there, I think somebody from ONIC at least has an idea. There's an inkling of where Brands is, so they don't want to give that free turret. They don't. if you leave Brands alone with an inhibitor for like 5 seconds, that's it, it's over. So I think ONIC is just playing it safe.
They're playing it really, really safe. And Kyrie very smartly taking his own purple buff, but also checking his opponent's buff, noticing that he hasn't seen Taz either. So the information is there. ONIC have a slight bit of an advantage, so EVOS Legends, they need to be careful. Kyrie, he sees Brad. He's going to make the attempt. Cutthroat is good. And now, with a corrosive strike, he's able to buy just enough time to live.
Oh, and Kyrie takes shelter in this bush. Oh,
It's canceled.
no! Can he get out of here?
No, does he not know? Does he not? He can walk up into Empower Nature over the wall. Oh no, the recall is going to go through, but in the meantime, it's a quick call from EVOS Legends, right? They're going to reclaim the bottom side of the map, start posturing for space, and ONIC with the conceal, tries to make the attempt. Iron Hook lands on Hijime once again, Bloody Hunt into the Zappin Force. Kyrie finds the kill, his dream locks him down, but Boots is stopping Brands from getting any further. No more free hits for you with the penalty zone, and with the call Altar, that's going to seal the deal as the torn apart memories can only go so far, but Brands gets pulled on backwards for a double kill on towards Sans and Fluffy, just trying to live, just trying to peel.
3 for 2, big dub for ONIC here. They have all the rights in the world to actually just go on the Lord, collapse on it, and take it all the way. Maybe play for a penetration, play for an inhibitor, but just like that, Taz is back. I'm wondering if this is a good idea.
Oh, Kyrie, he's so low. Albert, he's already popped that Salmon Force, and he's making sure he's keeping these shields up for as long as possible, but this should eventually fall into the hand of Taz. No, he backs off. He goes back into the jungle. What's going on here?
They're afraid of the punish. I think EVOS Legends understands that with just 2 members here, just 2 heroes, it's not as safe as it looks.
It's the key boy difference. It's the key boy difference. Like, he's got the Bloody Hunt. That's what he's afraid of.
Now the Lord sitting at a 5th of its health. Look at T-Boy, conceal, wants to bite down on 1.
Wants to do it. The penalty zone is good as the suppress comes on towards Dreams' side. Not the right target as Taz is able to secure the Lord and get on out of there. Fluffy, on the other hand, is going to fall into the hands of Kyrie. In the meantime, Albert, stronger than he looks, able to zone out 3 people at a time.
All right, if y'all want to dance, you got to dance on Albert's dance floor. And so far, at this point in the game, 17 minutes in, approaching 18, no one can dance to Albert's music. But now with these Radiant Armors being built on the EVOS Legends heroes, specifically Dreams and Hijime, maybe, just maybe, they can step up. Especially with this Luminous Lord on their side, the map can slowly gain equilibrium once more. Hell, EVOS Legends has a small lead right now, what, 600, 700 gold?
It's a huge gold lead, and let's not forget the Taz recently purchasing and finishing off his entire build with a concentrated energy. He just wants to double up on his magic damage.
All right, now the build makes sense. Now it's easier. I'm guessing the Blood Wings came in earlier just because he understood that we're not taking as many fights. We're not winning. I expect the next 5 minutes or 6 minutes to be all ONIC. So now he's reaping all the benefits. That's why he's sitting at 6-3 and 3. And now they're going in, conceal play. They're threatening. Oh, the push on top.
Sans, good job there, but unfortunately not so much for Boots, unable to get off a good penalty zone, and now they're rushing in for it. Albert just straight up dying to the power of nature, and now even with all the minions in their base, they're trying to clear it out as fast as they can. Hijime stops them at Taz, finds Sans, and Sans is able to trade backwards. In the meantime, Brands with torn apart memories makes his best effort, but with no minions, they can't do much. They're all getting very low. Dreams finally falls. Kyrie is able to break them and hurt them bit by bit right in the ankles, forcing out immortality after immortality. They bounce back.
What a punish coming in from the MSC champions, the back-to-back MPL ID champions. Kyrie could have sworn his Fanny was playing like a Martis, decimating, jumping on a target after target after target, and just like that, EVOS Legends, yes, they do get what they want, an inhibitor, and maybe even the threat on the finish, but now they're wondering where it all went wrong, because look, in real time, ONIC are threatening an inhibitor push in mid. That's very dangerous.
They're about to get it as well, but man, that replay was disgusting. Just look at Kyrie going back in, baiting out with spells from Hijime, and then continuing to move forward. But let's jump back into the live here because it looks like they're defending for their absolute lives as we see Kyrie once again wrecking havoc in EVOS Legends base. Ooh, conceal from Dreams, but no attempt.
All right, just in that moment when they clicked the conceal, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not a good punish, and I think EVOS Legends read the room. They understood. Now, thinking about how it went that way, why that happened, it was a very MPLID moment. It was a very like, you want to fight? All right, let's fight.
Let's go,
Let's
bro.
do it. Let's do it. But in that case, ONIC understood that, yes, Sans died first, but from there, he respawned so much faster, and Kairi was in a situation where he can just, you know, bounce from wall to wall, ricocheting from target after target. Now, with this fourth Lord, rather third Lord of the game, it's reached evolved status. This Lord, once one team gets it, likely they can finish, likely they can end, given how the propensity of either to give the fight over. But wait, William Kairi, ooh.
Dude, this is the flank of a lifetime. They're gonna wait for the wave to actually pass by, and if EVOS Legends pulls the trigger early, ONIC could really punish them, especially Brands.
Gotta be very, very quiet. They want to cross, all right?
Right?
We don't hear the conceal. Oh wait, no, they
it's
did
coming.
conceal.
It's coming. It's coming. He moves in from bush to bush. I don't think Brands actually, he walks out of the bush and he doesn't see them. He's in a compromised position. The wild charge is already out of the call. Altar has been used. And finally, Flickers right on top of him. The save from Dreams with the heavy spin locks down Kairi. And he might finally break his immortality. This is the first death from Kairi in this game. And now EVOS Legends are turning it on to ONIC, chasing Keyboy down. I'm offended, landing on towards 2, and now breaking an immortality. Hijime not gonna let Keyboy go for free.
And what could have been an amazing pickoff turned into a 2 for none. Make it a 3 for none as EVOS Legends here confirms this evolved Lord. They're taking their sweet time with it. They want to make sure that it comes out on the right dot, on the second that Lord can. Oh, they missed their window. It's gonna come out on 22:45, but just the same, the synergy, the game sense, the just awareness of Dreams to say, hey, my gold laner's in trouble.
He sensed it. It was an incredible series of events here because Dream was already so invested in that fight, and even Fluffy committing to that wild charge was a huge, huge dedication. Fluffy flickering again, landing the wild charge once more. The call altar has been broken as the Salmon force to slow down the initial push. Here comes Kairi looking for Hijime, who flickers on out of there for his life. And EVOS Legends, they're just going to wait for the Lord.
Yep. And this is that moment they were waiting for. That's the window. Lord spawning at 22:45, marching through top. They want to march with this Lord. They want to be able to manage the waves, and that's what they're doing here, slow rolling it, freezing the waves so that when Lord marches on through top, ONIC is there, and they deals that much more damage to Kairi and the gang. By the way, can I just say, what a shutdown. The shutdown of all shutdowns. 11-0, down to 11-1. Dear Lord, that's what explains this 2K gold lead for EVOS Legends, and right now, fight's about to break out. Looking for who's gonna pull the trigger first. A pull, a jump, maybe a flicker in, and heavy spin, mind you. Dream still has this. Wow, ONIC makes quick work of the Lord.
Yep, the Iron Pendant already lands on wall. Wild charge on towards Keyboy's side, but now Boots turning it around with a penalty zone of his own. Dreams disengages, and Fluffy quickly using the Winter Tundra. Dreams ends up dying, and Kairi in the back line is Hijime buys him a little bit of time. Brands too far forward into the call altar, but Taz tries his best with the electrifying beats. It doesn't have as much damage as he was hoping for, and he gets chased, run down, broken immortality. Winter Tundra to buy that extra bit of time, but Kairi has got his eyes set on the enemy jungler.
This is so difficult to watch for EVOS Legends. Right when they were caught off guard, they defended so well. But when they were calling the shots, when they were honestly just knocking in front of ONIC and saying, can we end now? They slip. They stumble, and now it's ONIC's turn. ONIC could end right here, right now.
Yep, the mid inhibitor is already gone. Hijime, he's trying his best in Dreams. Is he going to get his ultimate back in time? No heavy spin, no I'm offended, but Hijime continuing just to fight back with a spellbound penalty zone as well. Dreams tops himself off. He's got the heavy spin, and he needs to use it sooner rather than later. Pushes it out from the crystal side, and the next wave spawns to save his life.
And now here comes Fluffy. Two big dudes defending their base. The last bastion stands. Oh, but wait. EVOS Legends makes it. What?
They survive. They survive for another 2 minutes. And this is going to be tough because in 30 seconds, the next Lord is going to spawn. And I don't think anybody, even the marksmans at this point, whether it be Brands or even Albert, can actually chunk it down super quickly.
Talk about an uncharacteristic KDA line for a gold laner, right? Technically not a marksman. Albert on the Harith. He died a lot in the early game, early to mid, but now he's almost untouchable. Looking at his build here, I would not be surprised if Homie started to go barefoot. I would not be surprised if he sold his boots and they just said, you know what? I'm going to pick fights more often. Why not? Lord Dance starting up. And yeah, definitely we can say that EVOS Legends should have the initiative. But given how things have gone so far, it's ONIC now who's calling the shots at about 2K ahead. Look at what Keyboy has gotten for himself. Very low accuracy, but it actually matters when he does get the bite down. I think that's another stat we should think about, is how many great bite down, how many great bloody hunts has he converted from. But yeah, this is still a Lord's Dance that we have to wait to unfold.
Yep, and we need to speed this up because if ONIC just let this linger, that bottom side is really building up fast, and the same can be said about top. And EVOS Legends, they recognize this. They recognize this, and Keyboy and Sans playing very far forward here. Let's see how EVOS Legends is actually going to compromise, but conceal, coming out towards Fluffy side, the wild charge to stop him. He gets pulled on backwards. The Bloody Hunt even committed as well. Kyrie gets into the middle of that fight, gets pulled back with the I'm offended. Penalty zone only lands on one as flickers come out. It's too late. The front line is taking way too much damage, and even Brands himself has to back off from that damage. Kyrie falls down to Fluffy. Sans looking for Brands, doesn't find him just yet, as Taz is able to walk scot-free and utilize all of his abilities to chunk out members of ONIC.
And look at how EVOS Legends disperse. They're also buying time. They see this huge fat wave coming through down bottom. Well, wait, Albert. Some false hope, some hopium. And now he's gonna sandwich.
Oh, he's able to outplay it. Albert scales in time as Fluffy takes him out in trade. Look at those death timers. Brands in the middle of that fight, knowing that he doesn't have to worry about Albert no longer. Gets to hit for free. My God, what a series of events.
A minute and change for you to actually respawn. That's enough time to pick up a Monster energy drink right now. I'm a big fan of Monster White. That's my favorite flavor. But yeah, talking about how the past team fight has gone, clean, 2 for 2, right? Tit for tat, jungler for jungler, gold laner for roamer, right? But still, Dreams is a very key part of the EVOS Legends machine.
He's been doing great work so far. His heavy spins have been looking really, really good. Good disengages, and if he's lucky, well, I wouldn't even say lucky, but if ONIC don't respond fast enough, they collide into a wall so very fast.
Not just offensively, I'm talking about even the defense. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't still be playing game 1 if Dreams did not pull the trigger and said, I'm gonna heavy spin the minion. You'll remember, right? You can go back about 4 or 5 minutes, and that's what happened.
I mean, these are good saves, but at the end of the day, somebody needs to break. It's 28 minutes for 2 snowball compositions, 1 scaling to basically oblivion with Albert having more than enough damage, but the front lines don't seem to break. It's all about how do you get past that wall and get to that sweet soft spot.
Yep. And that's what EVOS Legends is playing with, right? They have an amazing front line, an amazing peel squad in their big boys and Dreams of Fluffy and Hijume. But just the same, they need to sit in that. They need to wallow in the damage, and ONIC just doesn't have that. ONIC just won't have that, given that it's Sans who's sitting at the top of the damage leaderboards, and he loves that with his Ghost Bursters. He loves it when people clump up. But wait, it looks like EVOS Legends mean business with this Lord. I wonder if Kyrie's gonna make it on time to the scene, looking for that angle from top.
Looking for that angle, Kyrie is going to take that top side, and they recognize this. EVOS Legends starting to funnel backwards. They might even look for the reset. The I'm offended on towards Keyboy's side to bait something out, but now Sans, he walks up forward, sees Taz into the electrified beats. Kyrie taking so much damage, but luckily Sans still has Altar. The lockdown on towards Dream's side. Keyboy tries for Brands, misses, and Boots still going forward, tanking the damage, blocked down by the heavy spin, but the Lord is still engaged. Taz finally losing his immortality as Albert shows up. Fluffy's damage is good, but Keyboy takes out Taz. Now Albert gets the walk on forward with the Chrono Dash. With the Chrono Fissure, is able to put Fluffy down to 20% of his HP.
ONIC is happy to walk away from this engagement. ONIC is happy with a key pickoff, right? 1 key pickoff. It's Taz. It's the jungler, and that's going to open up this Lord for him. I've lost count. How many? This 4th Lord. Wow! Approaching 30 minutes and we're just at our 4th Lord?
Yeah, both sides just refuse to take it at this point. They're looking for these fights to end the game. That's all that matters. But with ONIC taking this Lord, and especially 30 minutes into the game, it's a do or die for EVOS Legends.
Yep. Homie stopped scaling 5 minutes ago. But just the same, it's a Lord that matters. It's a Lord that will make or break the next big team fight in either team's base. And with the way this thing looks, ONIC will now just hold their ground. Lord's gonna march through mid, so that means they have time to manage bottom and top.
I can't imagine how these players are feeling, right? Again, two snowball compositions that didn't want to speed up the tempo, but instead played it a lot slower than what we expected. I'm guessing that they are exhausted.
Something tells me now in hindsight, right? Is that not how it works when you have two high velocity lineups? Like one is very CC heavy, the other is mobility and re-engage based. Will you not both kind of play careful so that you don't both slip up? And that's what happened. That's what explains why we're watching this game 30 minutes later.
That's one way to explain it, but I think that, you know, considering that the positions that they're in and how many games that they are, again, it may not be on Stream 8, but they have been playing multiple games over the time being, and here comes, this could be the end game. As he's going to start things off, charging up for the electrifying beats. It's on a short cooldown, but now, even with Sands as well, making sure that he's using the Shadow Stampede as a way to zone the rest of his opponents down. Dreams can take the damage, and the retributions are coming up, and now the I'm Offended already landing on towards Boots' side, suppressing him against the turret. He can't do much. The Crystal is going to chuck him down. Dreams tries, but now the Call Altar is going to keep him alive in the meantime. The Xamarin Force is getting good damage on towards Fluffy, breaking away his mortality, and finally Boots gets some revenge, but now the Winter Truncheon is bought just in time. Penalty zone negated.
Ain't no one falling from EVOS Legends. They've got a couple of seconds here left to breathe, get back on that healing platform, and come back to fight. They have a man advantage, 4-5, but just the same, ONIC understands this is not the time for them to win. Maybe we'll try in a minute and a half with that, what, Fifth Lord. Dear God, Fifth Lord!
Fifth Lord. I don't know what it's about. First days here at SPS, but usually they drag out, but not this long. Both sides so very careful, so very meticulous.
Are we approaching a record? Is this not a record already?
I
don't know. I don't know what Stream B and C matches look like, but 32, 30, north of 30.
North of 30, I'm guessing that it's already going to be a record. I'm not going to lie. We haven't seen games go on this long with this, well, I wouldn't even say few objectives. Basically, all the objectives at this point.
No more. Nothing. The only things left are buffs and Lords, right? And Lords stop scaling, man. So whatever comes through is down to how the teams take advantage, how the teams convert those resources. Lord spawning in half a minute here, and the map is red. Map belongs to EVOS Legends. And this is explained by, again, the amount of displacement they have, the amount of CC they have, and even if there are odd angles that ONIC can find. Oh, wait. Speaking of, see, they don't even want to take it out on Dreams. Because of, again, odd situations come from odd setups. And this is not odd. EVOS Legends drafted this way.
They drafted this way, and they are going to have to sleep in the bed that they made, all right? So, I mean, that's what all they can hope for. And the main issue for ONIC right now is the fact that Kairi actually still has the purple buff problem. EVOS Legends are taking full advantage of that. Nobody's going to scale any further than this, but if you don't have purple buff, that really limits your playmaking capabilities.
Yep, the ceiling just drops down to the ground, all right? As a walking Fanny, I'm not so sure what's worse, a walking Fanny or walking Ling, but they're both very purple reliant. So that just makes the whole ramp up to a finish all the more, I'd say, shaky compared to how EVOS Legends can just, you know, walk up to it and say, we just want to look for that wild charge. We just want to look for the heavy spin. Want to look for that I'm offended. And look at how Fluffy is positioning himself. Look at how Keyboy is taking control of this river bush. And Albert here taking that south side bush. Lord with the knock-up.
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking for something big here.
I mean, not just yet. Kairi is going to reveal himself on the top side of the map, and even on mid side, Sands trying to get this early push. They realize he's out of position. The Wild Charge coming out as well, pulling him back. Sands is down. He's going to come back in 5 more seconds. So now, what does EVOS Legends want to do?
EVOS Legends wants to time out one of their key ults. They lost 3 on just taking down Sands, who's just like that, back on the map. When he said, I'll be back in a jiffy, he meant a jiffy. And that's 7 seconds to be exact. So now he's here again. Just like that, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, purple buff once again, just trying their best. Oh, they finally land on top of Dreams, who has to use his heavy spin in the meantime. That's great for Keyboy. Doesn't really change the hard situation that they're in right now.
Yep, great for Keyboy, great for ONIC. They understand that EVOS Legends is waiting for another engage, another clean go at it. But looking at the past 15, 20 minutes, nothing is as clean. It always leads to a trade. Hell, we've seen 4 for 2s, 4 for 1s, and we're still here. So something tells me, if it's not this Lord, who's to say it's not the next?
That's a good possibility. Again, very good possibility with nothing else that they can possibly do. Even trying to manipulate the waves is difficult against a composition that has so much mobility.
Something tells me it might come down to that.
Well,
Whoever doesn't clean up and whoever doesn't do their upkeep is going to lose. So it's a mind game right now.
I can't believe that it's going to come down to doing your chores. And now
Yes.
Dreams is in a lot of trouble. He gets pulled back by the Shadow Stampede. He's suppressed down, and even the Cutthroat has been used. Zaman Force as well being popped. They take out Dreams, and the penalty zone is going to lock onto two. His Brands is able to flicker out of the way. Taz quickly purchasing the Winter Truncheon, but he might lose his life. No! Survives Fluffy, able to disengage him out of there. Brands trying his best to live. He still has immortality available,
Oh,
but there's
Brands.
so many big boys, and Albert is going to chunk him down. Kyrie to finish it off, takes out Hijime. Now Brands is able to find a kill back onto Sans, but Keyboy ain't gonna let him go, and Fluffy finally falls.
Your chores include checking bushes. Your chores include ensuring your opponents are where you are comfortable with them being. And it's just Taz left on the map. It's a man advantage for ONIC, 5-on-1. Taz understands the math isn't on his side. So right now, he can hope, he can dream, and he can try and defend, but he doesn't have the kit that Dreams had earlier. This might be it. Something tells me it's a 99.1% chance this is going to be it.
He's gonna try his best. Taz immediately trying to manipulate those waves, but gets suppressed down by the Bloody Hunt and the penalty zone, breaking him and knocking him out. This is gonna be ONIC's game. 36 and 58 seconds total. GG, well played to ONIC.
It's the rumble in the jungle. This is how it goes.